We are going to be learning about linear functions in slope-intercept form. First, we're going to talk about the equation in slope-intercept form. That is y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, also known as the rate. B is the y-intercept, or the starting amount. Sometimes we have to solve for slope-intercept form. So if we're given 2y minus 10 equals negative 4x, we want to solve for slope-intercept form to get y by itself. To get y by itself, we add 10 to both sides. We're left with 2y equals negative 4x plus 10. Still don't have y by itself. They're being multiplied, so we divide by 2. That would cancel. We get y equals, we have to do this. Negative 4 divided by 2 would be negative 2x. 10 divided by 2 would be 5. And we solve for slope-intercept form. Next, we're going to look at a graph, and we're going to write an equation of this line. When we're writing an equation, we need two pieces of information, the slope and the y-intercept. To find the slope, we're going to make a slope triangle. Slope is rise over run. We're going to start at a point on the left, and we're going to rise up 1, 2. We went up 2, and we run over 1. We always want to go right. So our rise over run is 2 over 1, which reduces to 2. And our y-intercept is right here. That would be negative 1. So if our m is 2 and our y-intercept is negative 1, we plug those in, we will get y equals 2x minus 1. If we're graphing a line, let's say we have the line y equals negative 1x plus 3. If we want to graph that line, we want to find the slope and the y-intercept. The slope is negative 1. The y-intercept is out here. It's positive 3. We want to start with the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is 3. Let's go over to our graph. 1, 2, 3. That's our y-intercept. Then we're going to travel slope. Our slope is negative 1, so that means we go down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. Down 1, over 1. We have our points for our line, and we draw a line through it, and then we have graphed a line using the slope and the y-intercept. Lastly, we have tables. In order to write an equation for a table in slope-intercept form, we need two pieces of information. We need the slope and the y-intercept. We find the slope by finding the change in y over the change in x. So we subtract up. 120 minus 90 is 30. Over the change in x, 6 minus 4 is 2. 30 over 2. Let's see if that pattern continues, and it does. So our slope is 30 divided by 2, which is 15. Our y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So when x equals 0, x is equal to 0 here, our y-intercept is 30. So y equals, our slope is 15, plus our b is 30. Next, we have a table over here with no y-intercept is 0. We still need m and b. To find our m, we subtract up. So 264 minus 176 is 88 over 4. So 88 over 4 That pattern continues. So our slope is 88 divided by 4, which is 22. Our slope is 22. To find our y-intercept, we go to where x is 0. We do not have an x value that's 0, so we have to continue this pattern up. 12, 8, 4, we go down 4 more to 0. We're going down 88 as we go up, so if we go 88 and then down 88 more, we would be at 0. So our y-intercept is 0. As we write the equation, it would be y equals our slope, 22x, plus our y-intercept, which is 0. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions.